Hey everybody, welcome back for another jiu-jitsu video. We're going to have one of the hardest partners that you have to work with, well, probably ever. So stay tuned to see how we can talk about hardest partner with some solo drilling at home. But first, let's bow in and get ready. Come to attention and bow. All right, so let's start with some jumping jacks. Go. Almost done. And stop. Good. Circle your head. Other way. Arms. And back. Cross. Up and down. Twist your body. And circle your hips. Other way. Good, and move those knees around. Other way. Good. All right. So let's start with some mobility and conditioning. I'm going to start off, well, not with our various types of burpees, but we are going to do some inchworms today. We're going to do some inchworms with some sit outs. So we're going to be standing up right here. Make sure you got plenty of space around you because you're going to be moving forward and backward with our hands. So I'm going to bend it down until I can touch, and then I'm going to walk it out until I'm in a plank position, and then I'm going to sit out. I'm sitting out to one side, right foot, then sit out to the other side, left foot, come back, and then I'm going to walk my hands back and stand all the way up. That's one count. All right, we're going to do a 10 count, and then we'll do some other exercises before we meet that hardest opponent you're ever going to face. Ready? And 1, bend it over. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, last one, 10, 'Good. All right. So let's do just a few more drills. Always let's hit those hip outs. So on your back. So in place, we're going to do a big upa, and then we're going to push out. Keep that hip off the mat, and then pull back in. Same thing other side. Upa up. Keep the hip up off the mat. Here. Reach it, and then pull back in, reverse rim. All right. Do a total of 10, 5 for each side. Ready? And 1, upa, and up, pull back. 2, up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. From here, bridges. We're going to bridge it up onto one shoulder, reach, and come back. Make sure those feet are as close to your butt as you can get them. Ready? And 1, bridge, reach, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Last thing, some triangles. So we bring our legs up, hips up high. Interlock those legs, the feet, for the triangle. So hips up high every time. So don't do triangles down here. Get those hips up. Ready? And 1. Shoot those hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, come on up. So let's meet this ultimate opponent. Okay, but first a quick word on what we're using here today. Okay, I'm going to borrow Caden's ball to demonstrate this on. All right, so we're using a yoga ball or fitness ball primarily here, and if you've got one of these, great. These are designed for you to put pressure on them. You don't want this one filled up super tight. The idea is not for this to turn into a basketball type of rigidity. You want flex in this because that's what's going to keep it from popping on you, and it's also going to make this a little bit more challenging at the same time. Okay, if you don't have a yoga ball, other things may work for a stand-in here, but you got to be careful because these other things are not designed for you to put all your weight on. And if I started sprawling on this ball, or putting my weight down real hard on this ball, it might burst. It might not. But it's definitely not designed for that. So you've got to take that into consideration when you're grabbing something to work out with at home. Okay? And in this case, we're working out at home, so we can assume our own risk here. And we've made a judgment that for Aylin, this ball is probably okay because her weight is a lot lower than mine because she's a kid and I'm an adult. And Caden's going to be using this one because well, it's the only other one we have, right? So real quick, we've got a beach ball here and I want you to understand the difference here. Can you toss me that beach ball? All right, some balls are definitely not designed, thank you, for us to be working out with. They're just designed for fun. This is a lightweight plastic and the seams are just heat sealed on. It holds up enough pressure when you blow into it, but it's not designed to carry a lot of weight. It's designed for you to bop this around in the pool or out in the backyard or something, but definitely not something to work out with. So please use your good judgment and don't grab something that's clearly not appropriate for what we're doing. Okay, so starting out, what we're going to do is we're going to be working some sit-outs. And we're going to work some back steps. Let's start off with those sit-outs. I'm going to start here in a good side control position. Now, this ball has me sitting up a little bit high, but it's also going to rock back and forth. So I've got to really pay attention to my weight distribution here. If I sit too far back, I'm going to fall off. If, as I sit out or back step or whatever, I commit my weight too far forward, I'm going to fall off. So watch your weight distribution on this one, and that's what this is all about. Practice that weight management. So I'm going to start off here in my side control position. I'm going to stick my feet back, and then I'm going to do a sit out. Now I'm going to clamp my arm around here, and as I sit out here, I want to drive my hip in, and I want to keep it up off the mat. I don't want to sink it down here where I'm sitting because then I lose control on the other side. That's where opponents are going to hip out on you. So I want to keep my weight up on it, but I don't want to be out here because then I've given them space to acquire guard or acquire guard. So I want to be hips tight in here and my weight on it, because if I lean it back, I lose it. If I lean it forward, I'm going to lose it. All right? So feel that and sit it in here with that sit out, okay? And then go ahead and reach it and finish all the way through to your back, okay? And then once we come here, we're going to step under. I'm going to go back the way I came from here with that same leg, but you can absolutely keep going and step the other leg under, but I'm running out of mat space and camera angle. So I'm going to take that foot, I'm controlling with my arm, step under, and back into that side control position. Knees in tight to control shoulders and hips here. Okay? So again, feet come out. I'm going to secure it and mind my weight and do my sit out. Again, hip is driving into the ball. Then I'll go ahead and finish the sit out here. Now I'm going to go ahead and step through. So he'll scoot on back. So if I continue going that direction, I take the opposite foot and I come back and bring it up into that side control position. Okay, so we're just doing that part of it. Stay tuned and we will get the back step in there. If you don't have a ball at home to work out with, grab a pillow, grab a cushion, grab Bob here, and you can work this same thing in your side control position. We secure, and here you can see I'm secure. I'm grabbing and isolating that shoulder, and I'm sitting out here driving in. Okay, this could be a position in here around the neck. It can come in here around the shoulder, and for this case, I wouldn't be coming up to my back. I don't want to give up my back, so I would just practice by sitting out here, sliding under, and securing. And if you can, get that shoulder pressure down into the jaw Bob doesn't look like he likes that. In fact, he looks a little angry, okay? But any kind of pad you can find is going to work here. It's just going to be a little different than what we've got with the ball, because the ball will move and give you that extra challenge and allow you to roll with it. So let's give that a try for about a minute or two. I'm going to try to be out of the way and not get kicked while they're doing this. And let's begin. So from that side control position, kick those feet out, and then do a sit out. Come to your back, and then thread the needle on through. Come back to your original position, or step it through. Yep. So you got to watch that position and keep that contact. Try it again. Keep working it. Good. Keep it going. Now try to keep your hands off the mat if you can. Good. Slide it back this way. It's a good thing we're family because you're not social distancing very well. All right, keep going. Try a few more of those. Bump. Good. But try to keep the control on the ball. Try to find that. Oh. All right. Okay, so let's look at another thing, and we'll add this. We'll do this, and then we'll add the two in together in just a little bit, and that is the back steps. Okay, so I'm going to be coming in here. I'm going to control with that side control, just like the last one. I kick out. Now watch yourself, Caitlin, but come your direction. So I'm going to back step. So I want to control with my arm here as I back step. And just like the last time, after that back step, I can come all the way to the back. If you don't have a ball after you finish that back step, bring it in here and just work on that pressure in from the side. Okay. Then with the ball, I come to the back, and then from here, I can either step over forward or I can thread the needle under. And I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay, so from here, I can bring the hand back and step over, or after I do that back step, come in here, I can go ahead and thread the needle under. Okay, so I'll leave it up to you. Try both if you can. Both the back step by threading the needle under or stepping over to the front. Okay, so let's give that a try. Another minute or two here, and then we'll talk about integrating all of that. All right, let's go. So big back step, and then you can either step under like we did in the first drill to get back to position, or you can step over. There you go. Good. Whoops.
And there she goes.
Yep. Good step unders there, Aylin, but let's do a back step. Oh, you still stepped under. We need to take the other foot and move it. Step it over backwards. There it is, and then to your back. Now try stepping your left foot up and over. Good. See, we got to find that balance as we go. That's where the yoga ball here is going to be a really difficult partner because it's squishy, it's wiggly, and it moves out of the way.
Mine has spikes on it.
Yours does have spikes on it. Let me add one note here about our movement that I'd like you to consider, I'd like you to try out here. Let me have that yoga ball there. So while I always want to want to control this over the ball here, I don't necessarily always want to come back to this position by moving the hand over. In some cases, I might be giving up a hook if I do that. So while I control over here, and let's say I'm back stepping, I'm I'm coming to my back here, and as I roll, I may not want this arm over the top. I may want to bring this arm under as I step under here and reach that. Okay? So the same thing as I sit out, okay, shift around here. As I come under with this hand here, I might be able to get their arm, their leg, whatever set up for the next technique, blocking something out. So I'm going to roll and I'm going to step under. And that works as well if I'm stepping over forward with this, coming here, stepping under here to get up into that side control position. So practice that now, both by bringing the arm under as well as bringing it over as you recover from the back to the front. Go ahead and give that a try. Bringing the arm under as well as over as you turn. Yep, so we go to the back. So you had your arm over the top of the ball, but this time try to bring it under you as you go over. Keep going. There you go. Don't just flop though. We're working on good position. So work for that control. So pick a foot that you're going to step. Come back here, Caden. There you go. Now take that hand and follow the knee with that left hand. Underneath you. There you go. Turn it. You'll get there. You'll get there. Gonna have to work on how we roll the ball at the same time. There you go. Let's pause there. Okay, let's do one last thing to add into this drill. So we're going to be popping up to our feet and then back down again. So I'm starting off here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up to my feet. This could be a pop up to knee on belly, which we're not going to get to today, but it could also just be simply setting up for starting the drill with a sprawl position. So I'm going to get my hands back, pop up. Maybe getting yourself up, ready for a guard pass here to step around. But we're going to pop it up, and then I'm going to come back. I'm dropping down in a sprawl. My feet are going way back here. Then I can draw it into side control. All right, so hands come back, pop up. All right, maybe you're getting ready for a guard pass. Maybe you're getting ready for knee on belly. Maybe they just started standing up and you had to stand up. Who knows what's going on here? Use your imagination. Try to connect it to some real world stuff that you've seen. But we're going to sprawl back and pick a side. So you'll sprawl back here. I should be on this side. Come in, control it. And so what we'll do is we'll just work that for a few seconds, and then we'll integrate that with everything. Popping up. Sprawling back and bringing it in. Okay, you may already see where the next step's going to be after that sprawl, but let's work on just that pop up and sprawl back. Okay, so come into your spots, side control position, getting the pressure on the ball, and pop up to your toes on your feet. And let's begin. Sprawl back. Don't sprawl straight back. Let's sprawl back to one side. Sprawl back to the hip on one side. Okay. Up. Good. There it is, Aylin. Good. And then come back to side control position. Then pop it up. Pop it back, sprawl. Let's do one more each. All right. right, see, that is not how we do it. We don't jump up in the air. We dive straight down on it. And that's why. So you couldn't control it there because you gave extra space, extra timing in there. So let's add this all together. Our sit-outs, our back steps, and this popping up. So we're going to start the drill in our side control here. And we're going to pop up. And then we'll sprawl back. Here. Okay? My arm is controlling here. Then sit it out. Driving the hip in. All right? From here, then it's dealer's choice. I can come under with the arm, stepping over. Maybe I sprawled here. I sit out, and then I just simply thread the needle under, coming back here. Or maybe I've sprawled, and I need the back step, and then thread under. Maybe I need a forward step. All that's up to you, but integrate everything together. The sit-outs, the back steps, threading the needle under, stepping over, all together with this popping up in their guard, or pop it up for a step over, whatever you're doing. Then sprawl it back, get that control, and it's perfectly legit from here just to drive right back up into that side control position. Okay, so give that a try as our final thing today. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pop it up. Sprawl it and then work those back steps. Work those sit-outs. So you should sprawl with the feet in the opposite position. There you go. Then you can back step it out and then you can step it through. Okay, so we kind of lost that balance, and that's what we're looking for. Trying to find that balance on top of that ball. Keep that body contact all the way through with our wibbly wobbly ball. That's right. Because your opponent is probably going to try to hip out. And that's what the ball is doing right now. It's trying to get out from underneath you. Your pressure will keep it pinned to the mat. Oh, there she goes. Okay. As you do that, don't roll on top of your arm. Let that arm come under the ball, okay? Good, but not all the way down to a sit out. There, and then sit out. Okay, because we want to get our weight down on top. There you go. There you go. Do a few more. Integrate this at home. Okay, you jumped up. Fall straight down to it. Good. Come up. Jump. Fall straight down to it. We jump up, that's an opportunity for our opponent to take advantage and take control. So we want to drop straight down to it without the extra little hop. All right, pause there. Let me give you one little bonus to try. And I can't say that I'm going to get this right, but Caden, you better watch out. All right, just for fun, we're going to try using the ball as we do a back roll. Okay. You can absolutely use the ball to help you improve your forward rolls by grabbing it, tucking it, and rolling over top of the ball forward. The back roll is a little bit more complicated. So we want to think about the ball rolling at the same time that we are. Whereas ordinarily, I would roll, the floor would stay put, and I would just roll and cover distance on the mat. In this case, the ball's under me, and the ball can roll forward as I go back, but I haven't really changed place relative to my spot on the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by kind of letting it roll forward to our back here, and then come back up. All right, so bring it out here, and then come back up. All right. Then as you get comfortable with that, we're going to reach out with one foot, roll to the back, and kick a foot up in the air, and then come back up. We'll reach out with one foot, roll back and kick a foot up in the air. All right. And if everything works and you're able to commit to it, you'll be able to roll around the ball. You'll mostly stay in place. The ball may go flying off the other side of the room, or you may be able to keep a hold of that ball. It just kind of all depends on what you're doing. But once you get the knack to it, it's going to stick with you pretty well. Let's see if I can do it. I've only just started trying this, but we're going to let you have a chance to try this for fun. And of course, you can do it as much as you want at home. Just watch out what's going on around you. Make sure you've got the right kind of ball, and don't go for it until you feel like you're ready. Okay, so rolling. I'm going to go ahead and roll over my left shoulder and let the ball come underneath you. What's that? You're nervous for me? All right, let's give it a try. All right, ball almost got away from me, but I stayed on top. All right, so that's the idea here. And the more you do it, the better you get. Sometimes maybe that ball gets away from you. But give that a try. We'll let you try that a couple of times here, and then we'll close it out. Of course, you two have access to these balls in here with the mats down, so you could try this any old time. But for right now, we'll just give it a couple of shots. Hey! See? Now we got it. Nalen's rolling backwards. Caden even came all the way to his feet there. Good control. Come back. Keep going, Nalen. Alright, but don't put your hand down behind you. Just roll. I understand. It's okay if you're a little nervous.
This is fun.
And that's why we've been practicing the other stuff. Is sometimes that ball's going to roll out from underneath you.
And you go like.
And yeah, you roll right into that side control position.
Yeah, if you're like this, you could go like that.
Yep. All right, let's try one more roll, and then we got to move on. Yep. You got to let yourself roll with the ball. Let the ball roll as well. Okay. All right.
It came to me.
So let's put these off to the side here. So let's go ahead and cool down and stretch here. Let's start off in a seated position. Feet out in front. And reach. Reach as far as you can reach. If your knees are it, reach your knees. If your shins are it, reach your shins. If your ankles are it, reach your ankles. Okay? If you can get up and get your hands on your toes, then get your hands on your
I
toes.
can go there, and if you can lift them up, you can lift
That's
them
right.
up.
Lift them up.
So dirty.
Good. And legs out. And reach it forward. And take it to your left side.
Yeah.
And to your right side. All right. Take that same foot, right foot, bring it in and reach it straight down, forward. Good. Keep your feet positioned. We're going to bring this tucked foot out and turn over with that left foot trailing out way behind you. Nice and straight with the top of the foot down. Roll that over and lean it forward. Good. Sit it back. Now swing both legs over. So the right leg is out, left leg is tucked in. Reach out to those toes. Good. And transition by spreading those legs apart. All right, that leg that was tucked in stays in front. We roll towards it gently. Good. Relax your back and stand up. All right. So go ahead and practice those things at home. If you don't have a ball, then anything that you can grab is going to work. And you can definitely work on a pad, heavy bag, set of pillows, cushions, anything that's going to give you some resistance underneath you, some space, so that you can work that like a partner. That's going to give you some ability to train at home and keep those skills up, the movement up, until we get back into class and can see each other again. So, till then, happy training. We'll see you next time. When we're ready, attention, bow.
Bye-bye.